I want everyone to get on their feet and start cheering for Fleming Ford, one of the heirs of the Ford dynasty. Fleming, take it over.
Thanks, Brian. So happy to be here with everyone today in Napa. So appreciate the invitation to this great city and looking forward to finding out a little bit about everyone in the room as we spend the next few days together. Today we're going to be talking about how to build a winning culture. And the point that Brian and I kind of started talking about is how important culture is to having all the breakthroughs that you're going to be having and learning about for the next few days. But as great as many ideas as you have, as much sorry, I messed that up. Do you want me to actually really go through it? Sitting? Okay. I did really. And anyway, I'll get to a point. What we talked about was how important culture was to change and innovation, because we're asking people to try new things and do things differently than we've ever done in the past, and we're doing it at an accelerated pace. And because of that, we need to make sure that the culture is strong, because when you ask people to change how they have done their jobs forever and ever, when you ask people to be paid differently, when you ask them to try a new model, new technology, when you ask them to interact with customers in a different way, we have to make sure that they have the belief in you and in the culture and in the dealership in order to really substantiate that change.
Hey, Mike, can we turn on the confidence monitor so that Fleming can see on that?
I'm just making stuff up. Thanks. Okay, thanks.
Okay, guys, we're going to continue. The key here is practicing cutting between the full slide and then Fleming, okay?
So when we talk about the sequence, it really doesn't matter the order that you put your priorities. And it all starts and ends with culture driving performance. A lot of times in our industry, though, we tend to jump right into strategy and performance. And it's very hard to successfully navigate any type of new strategy and drive performance, though, without a strong platform based in culture, because the culture is where the people lie. And the people are who are going to deliver the remarkable results we're looking for. So we have to build a culture that attracts the right people, that engages the people, that drives them to grow and want to stick around and work for us and be in our dealerships. So really culture is about how do you attract and retain the best people so that you can then deliver on your strategy and on your performance. So as you look at what initiatives or strategies and great ideas that you're going to have leaving from here with all your new breakthrough ideas, you really have to also step back sometimes and slow down in order to speed up. And taking a look at what the strengths are in your dealership, what the strengths are with your culture, with the energy, with the passion, that is where you can really launch these initiatives and strategies to achieve what you're looking for. So what is culture really? Culture, do you want to talk?
How we doing back there, guys? Everything looks good? And are you practicing cutting between cameras and the PowerPoint full on? Oh, okay. He was talking, so obviously he missed that cut there. And that's great. That's great. And Scott, if I'm on a panelist now and you switch to the panelist camera, how does that look? Okay, so that looks fine. Okay. Okay, okay. All right, so the stage camera is fine. And then as Fleming, let's just stand back up and let's go to another slide. So, Scott,
video?
here's what I want you to do. I just want to see this live. Fleming, as soon as you see Fleming switch to a slide, you go full screen for 5 seconds and then back to her, okay? So Fleming, just do like for the next 3 or 4 slides, just 30 seconds of talk, switch slide.
Okay.
30 seconds of talk. All right.
So dealership culture is made up of a lot of different things, and we're not going to cover all of that today. But the main components that you want to really look at when you get back to your stores is, what is the culture of your leadership, vision and values, customer treatment and processes, your innovation and technology, and then how are you going to manage that change? What is the process, and have we equipped your leaders to manage change? At the end of the day, this really comes down to you. You drive your culture. So if you're not happy with your culture, or it's not where you want it to be, that really lies with the leader. And so the first step we have to take is, where do we want it to go? Where do we want to be in the future? What does that leadership look like? And why is it so hard? It's very challenging to change culture. It doesn't change in a month. It doesn't change in 6 months. It's an ongoing process. It's not a destination, it's a journey. And it used to be that people were pretty easy to manage and lead. So you remember the book, Good to Great. Get the right people, get them in the right seats, get the wrong people off the bus. And that used to work. And so what worked as a leader 10 years ago, 5 years ago, frankly, even last year, no longer is working with today's workforce. They've gotten really complicated. So it's gone from leading and driving a bus and getting the right people on the bus to you're now driving and learning to drive a 757. So there's a lot more technology, there's a lot more complications, there's a lot more emotions of the passengers. There's a lot more stress in today's world. So we're having to navigate a lot when we're trying to improve our culture. So it doesn't come as naturally as it used to. It has to come with intention. Now, the real
All right, that's good.
Okay.
All right, so let's stop the live stream and watch how the recording looks. You're beautiful. Thank you.
I was not ready for that, but
Yeah, no.
I'm just mumbling. Do you want to keep this on?
No, you can take the mic.